You're cold.
Yeah, that is what I do. Sorry, I don't want to watch
You're
it
right.
go.
Look
Yeah, it's-
at the light.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well,
I like when Max presents.
summarizing pages 243 to 305 pretty much drove. George Plimpton was disappointed after his loss in the recent scrimmage. All the other teammates tried to cheer him up with the drinks, pizza, etc. They were like kind of accepting them as one of his own instead of just like accepting them as
Just
a
not
rookie.
sharp. Just not sharp.
And then
That's a class for sleep.
he got prepared, or at least tried to be prepared for the upcoming game against Cleveland, so he like stayed after practice a lot.
So,
And he asked one of the coaches about playing Anderson, but he was really skeptical, and the coaches
really?
No.
That's
go.
very surprising to me.
and the coaches also made cuts, so that kind of like put a really damper in the dormitories and everywhere, and just it was really hard for everyone, even the
It says
regulars,
here,
like everyone knew weren't gonna get cut.
right.
And then Plimpton had to perform in the rookie show, where rookies were put on a show for the coaches and the other
I
players.
did one of those
So that
things
kind of
in the
like
movies where you fall
hurt his
asleep
ego a little
and
bit.
then you like wake yourself up if you fall.
And then a quote I liked was, "You might as well worry about the rookie show," on page 265. So what did you think about that?
I used to have that. Now
Rookie show was really interesting because it was like the players making fun of the coaches and the veterans. And it was like about the coaches and the veterans. Like there was one where Anderson, the coach who was talking to about the Cleveland game, where they mentioned since he had really bushy eyebrows, they put giant balls of cotton on his eyebrows, like on one of the rookies' eyebrows, to make it like know it was him. So I mean, that's kind of interesting. Henry, any opinions on this?
Well, I mean, the whole show was basically to allow the rookies to get back at like the coaches for anything they've done to them.
Basically, I said in the book, it kind of bonded the team, even though they were making cuts, because the night of the squeaky shoes came back, and the coach had to like make cuts from the other players.
Let's just
It kind of bonded the team together, and even though there were still more cuts being made, it made everybody feel like they were still deeply integrated into the team.
Which might even make it harder for the people who are going to be cut, maybe.
Yeah.
Because like some of the people who thought they were going to be cut were trying to separate themselves from other players.
Yeah. And as you said, Georgie, there was like they made Plimpton feel a lot more separate. They made him feel like she was not one of the rookies, not a new guy. They made him feel like he was part of the actual team, even though some of them knew that he was actually right.
Yeah, and I think it's actually really interesting how kind of like different players deal with it in different ways. So during like the night of the squeaky shoes, which is like when they were going to be cut, is some players tried to like really associate themselves with the regulars and the coaches, and then some players tried to really distance themselves in fear that they might be cut. So it's kind of just interesting how they all kind of were precautious, but in separate ways.
So there was one instance where it talked about the rookies. They would actually turn on music and start dancing, which I don't know why they did that, but in the book it talked about the rookies actually dancing on the night of the squeaky shoes to kind of distract them from being
Here's a
cut.
quote.
Yeah.
And then once somebody was cut, they'd stop because they weren't really worried. So what do you guys think about
What's up
this?
for this?